People, hello, hi, hopefully we're all doing well. I'm Tom. I went into these next two fixtures saying I would take 2 points. I won't be happy about it, but I'll take 2 points. Now hear me out on this, because at the end of the day, I was thinking, if we're going to go in to Real Madrid and beat them 2-0, we're going to go into Man City and beat them 2-0, and then we'll come out of that and go in to play Newcastle away and Everton away within a sort of 10-day span, and someone said you're not going to lose any of those games, I'd have taken it. By that sort of merit, I went into these next two games thinking, we haven't lost yet. We've played two very difficult games. It's hard to keep that momentum. It's hard to be kind of on form and peak through that long period of time without sustaining some sort of injuries. It's very difficult, right? So if you go into that, St James's Park's a very difficult ground to go into. I'll take a draw. Goodison Park, their last game against Liverpool, they're going to get one up. So will we. But again, off the back of the fixtures, if we go into there, don't lose a game, therefore getting 2 points, I'll take it. A draw and a win, I'd be more than happy. Well, I'd be happy. You know what I mean? I'd take a draw and a win. I'd be happy with that. Whether it's Newcastle and then Everton, Newcastle win, Everton draw, or Newcastle draw, Everton win, which is the way it's looking like it's hopefully going to go. I'd be happy with that. And then to win both, well, I'd be more than happy with that. I'd 100% obviously take that. So I think when I look at that, to come away with a 3-3 draw, not having dropped all the points, come away with a point from St James's Park, all things considered, in the grand context of things, I think it's actually quite a good result. It doesn't feel like it, and I get that, but I think it's quite a good result because we haven't dropped all the points, and it's been such a small span of fixtures. And when you look at, firstly, let's look at again, Real Madrid, Man City, Newcastle, I think Everton, all in about sort of 2 weeks. These last 10 days kind of thing. That's a lot of fixtures, hard fixtures as well, and we haven't lost one. And we won the bigger games. You know, Newcastle aren't challenging for the title. Real Madrid will be one for them for the Champions League. We haven't beaten in 15 years. That's a big game to win. City, defending champions. That will be. They'll come back, won't they? Let's be honest here. They'll come back and they'll be challenging for the title. So 3 points over them. That's a big win. Like, dropping points to Newcastle, it's not great, but in the grand scheme of things, those sort of 3 fixtures, I don't mind it. I think it feels worse than it is because ultimately, when you beat Real Madrid 2-0. When you beat Man City 2-0, you know, in the back of your head, you're expecting to go in there and beat Newcastle 2-3, 4-0. And that's not what happened. And it's also the context of how we lost it. You know, we basically clutched defeat from the jaws of victory. We were 3-2 up, went in there, Kelleher fucked up, and whatever, look, happens, fair enough, and conceded the goal. You know, if you're going to come back far out, you come out and you catch the ball. We didn't have that. So I get why, but ultimately I think it's probably a good result. And I think actually you also need to look even at that though, because you look at that game in an isolated incident and how we were up minutes from the end. But actually we went 1-0 down, equalised 1-1, went 2-1 down, equalised 2-2, and then went ahead 3-2, which is fantastic, right? Until we then conceded. But even that contextually, we weren't ahead for that long. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay, we blew it at the end, we weren't ahead for that long. We went in there with a very rotated squad just due to tiredness, a couple of injuries, I'm assuming. You know, they must have been absolutely exhausted, both mentally and physically, because of the games they've been playing. And I get that. They would have been absolutely shattered because they've been playing some serious games. So, and they went in against a Newcastle team that were bang up for it, absolutely bang up for it. At home, St James's Park, league leaders in you know, in Liverpool, they were absolutely bang up for it. A heavily rotated squad. Players like Quanzo haven't really played in a very long time. You know, Gomez, that aren't in their favourite positions. You've obviously got Kelleher, who's been fantastic, don't get me wrong, but ultimately isn't our number one. You know, Nunez, whatever it is. We haven't got our it's a rotated squad, right? Who have been mentally exhausted from those City and Real Madrid games, physically exhausted from those City and Real Madrid games. Even isolated in this game, rotated squad, went down twice, managed to come back to take the lead and just drop the points at the end. I don't mind it. And you know what it is? I don't even like. It ended up being a really fun to watch game of football. If we're honest about it, you know, we were very poor in the first half, right? But outside of that, you had goals. Card happy ref. Trent comes on, bags an assist. Salah 2 goals and an assist. Do you know what I mean? Like, card happy ref. Woodwork hit. Like, it was a good all action, fun to watch game of football. We were poor in the first half, much better in the second half. I don't mind. Really good fun to watch football. So the only thing left to do is to look forward to our next fixtures. And, you know, next up, on the weekend, we've got Everton away at Goodison Park. Now, I'm hoping that it being the last game at Goodison Park that we're going to play, and obviously our local rivals, probably a bit of a stronger squad if they were rested in the midweek, going into that, a bit of a stronger squad. I'm sure Slot will want to win his first ever derby against United, which he's done, and then his first ever derby against City, which he's done, and then his first ever derby against, you know, our local rivals. You've got the old rivals, Man U. You've got the new kind of challenging rivals that we've always been to and fro with, City, and then our local rivals, Everton. I'm sure he's going to want to get one up on there, so he'll be bang up for it. I think the team will be bang up for it for him and themselves, of course. So I'm hopeful that we can go there, put in a good result with a stronger squad, and get the win. It's one, if I'm honest with you, I do expect us to win. And with that said, I say I'll take it. Still what? 7 points clear, I think we are, maybe even more. Like, I don't mind it. And people are gonna, you know, Arsenal back. Yeah, you know, they look good. I'm not saying they're not. They look good, but they scored 2 set piece goals, so not open play, and it's against a very poor Man United team that we also beat 3-0. Granted, with a different manager, whatever. But there we are. You know what I mean? I'm still happy. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, people. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, a comment, subscribe. You know how YouTube works, people. Peace.